Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the lifting skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Take your seats. Please take your seats. You guys hear me back? Yes, no, there's no in the back. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Started because we're running behind. Everyone will take their seats.
Yeah, so as long as that's red, that's recording, okay. Turn it off.
I say this every year, but it truly is remarkable to see how much this event continues to grow and improve every single year. And that growth is really just a testament to all of our members and all of you, our supporters, our partners, our guests who continue to show up and pour into the work of Nobel. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, Or if you're unfamiliar with our organization, Nobel was founded in 1976 by Black law enforcement executives committed to fighting for equity. 50 years later today, our organization is now comprised of 60 chapters across 6 regions throughout the United States. We all share one simple but powerful mission. Our mission is to ensure equity in the administration of justice and the provision of public service in all communities. We serve as the conscience of law enforcement, committed to justice by action. Each year we come together at this luncheon to celebrate and honor individuals whose dedication to justice and service truly reflects the values Nobel stands for. Their leadership will have a lasting impact on the communities they serve for years to come. I'm going to keep this short because we're running behind, and I know a lot of you want to get to the portion of the program where the food is served, and I do too. But as I look around this room, what a blessing it is to be here with all of you to celebrate and uplift some amazing leaders. On behalf of our chapter, I just want to thank all of you for your support. Thank you for your commitment to building safer, stronger, and more equitable communities. Let's have a good time today, y'all. I want to introduce you all to someone very special to me in our chapter, Chaplain Mr. Mark Benson. He's one that blessed us with the invocation. Mr. Benson, you can make your way to the stage.
Thank you, Lieutenant Turner. Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, giving thanks for life, service, and the opportunity to gather in fellowship. We thank you for the leaders being honored today, for their commitment to justice, compassion, and courage. Guide us to continue this work with integrity and humility. Bless the food we are about to receive, the hands that prepared it, and the hearts gathered here. Amen. Now let us please welcome our immediate past president, Mr. Jason Scott Boyd.
Good afternoon. As I told you, I'm Jason Scott, your immediate past president. But right now, we're going to actually let them serve lunch, and then we're going to acknowledge our dignitaries. President Sean Allen, NAACP Silicon Valley. Chief Jonathan Arguello, Newark Police Department. Chief Tracy Avalar, Pleasanton PD. District Attorney Diana Beckman, Contra Costa County. Tanya Bello, City Manager, City of Emeryville. Y'all are hard here. Yeah, retired Chief Carmen Best, Seattle Police Department. Retired Chief Alwyn Brown, Richmond Police Department. Brian Bubar, Chief, City of San Pablo. Justin Clausen, Deputy City Manager, City of San Leandro. Public Safety Director, Demita Davis, Howard, City of Oakland. Chief Luther Dupree, Oakland Housing Authority Police Department. Retired Chief Larry Escovel, San Jose Police Department. We have San Francisco Bay Area Chapter, San Francisco Bay Area Rapid Transit Board of Director, Mr. Victor Flores. Alameda County Probation Chief, Brian Ford. Retired Chief Jan Glenn Davis, California State University, East Bay. Chief Lance Haight, Springfield City Police Department, Utah. Chief Jeffrey Jennings, Emeryville Police Department. Retired Chief Brian Jordan, Howard University. Chief Paul Joseph, San Jose Police Department. Chief Sean Joshi, Alameda Police Department. Sadiq Cowell, Vice Mayor, Emeryville. Chief Jeff Liu, East Palo Alto Police Department. Chief Jennifer Lewis, Berkeley Police Department. Marin County Board of Supervisors, Eric Luque. Retired Chief Darrell McAllister, Union City Police Department. Retired Chief Susan Manheimer, San Mateo Police Department. Chief Anthony Mata, Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office Inspector. Chief Brian Matthews, Hayward Police Department. Chief Sekou Millington, Tracy Police Department. U.S. Attorney Craig Misicky, U.S. Northern District, California. Chief Dan Marshall, Fairfield Police Department. Chief Floyd Mitchell, Oakland Police Department. Chief Yogananda Pittman, UC Berkeley Police Department. Barrier Rapid Transit, General Manager, Bob Powers. Peralta Community College, Executive Director of Public Safety, Abdul Pridgen. Retired Chief Ron Rahman.
Things about our keynote speaker, Chief Han. It says that he is a retired, distinguished career of over 34 years, and that he served as the first African-American police chief in the cities of Roseville and Sacramento. His career has not stopped, although he's retired. He has a podcast, and he still does amazing work. So with that, I'm going to have him come to the stage and give us our keynote speaker.
McAllister would say I requested that song. I did not. Now you got some explaining to do back there. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Somebody at my table said everybody in here looks happy today. And by the introductions, not everybody's retired like me, so that's impressive. I will say this is an awesome group. It's good to see gatherings like this where everybody can come together and celebrate. Some folks have done some amazing things and share stories and break bread together, so I'm grateful to be here. I'd also like to thank Madam President that was just up here. I don't know where she went over here. Assistant Sheriff Tanzania Carter, Vice President that you heard at the very beginning, Antoinette Turner for inviting me here, and the whole executive board for all their leadership in Nobel and all of their service to the communities that they serve. And actually thank you to all of you for the service that you do, and the honorees today for obviously the great service that you have provided to all the communities that is served. I wanted to start today by just reminding all of us the origins. Not remind you nothing. The origins of Nobel. I know Antoinette alluded to it earlier, but I had, even as president of the Sacramento Nobel way back in the Stone Ages, I even forgot the exact origins of Nobel. So I wanted to remind everybody of it. It was 1976. in a symposium of leaders that came together and to address high crime in urban areas. And they brought up these issues. So as I list these issues, think about it, these are issues today. High crime in black urban communities, socioeconomic conditions, fairness in the administration of justice, hiring and protecting black officers, and the unique issues of black executives. Those still exist today? And I guess Nobel still needed today. The theme for today's luncheon could not be more timely in the days that we live today and the communities that we serve and the people that we serve. Equity in action, honoring those who serve with conscience and courage. Now, I know I'm unlike the rest of the law enforcement people in here. I wasn't the greatest student in school. That's why I became a cop. But so I had to look up conscience. And Webster's describes conscience as moral goodness in one's own conduct, intentions, or character. A feeling of obligation to do right or be good. You have to have the conscience to do right and the courage to do it in the face of much resistance in the times that we live in. This is what I'd like to talk to you about today. As we all know and have all experienced and watched on TV, we live in a time of great divisiveness where everybody's attacking everybody. Division has come in many forms, and leaders are the ones that have to decide how to deal with that division. And often law enforcement leaders are in the middle of that, trying to keep everything calm, as we can see on the news every day. Divisions such as things over race, social justice, public safety, politics, and much more. The black leader faces unique challenges and has unique opportunities. Let me just see if some of you in this room recognize some of these challenges. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that has experienced these things, but I know a few of you in this audience, so I know I'm not the only one. How about things that you might experience? Nod your head if you've experienced this or seen some of these things. Been called out your name, been called to Uncle Tom, or worse, sell out to your community. Been asked by a reporter, what's it like to be black? I was always like, I don't know, I've always been black. I don't know how to compare it to something else. Thought to yourself while watching the news on TV regarding some arrest, and they're getting ready to show the suspect that was arrested. How many in here have gone, please don't let that person be? You might say, don't let that be your cousin. Been told that all cops are racist regardless of your race. Heard from your own ranks and on social media that everybody in the black community are criminals. In most communities where there was large protests, I venture to say probably every community, when the skirmish line of officers is there, all the protesters circle around the one black officer that's standing on the line, calling them all those names and calling them a sellout, including people that are black, calling them a sellout. I don't see any heads nodding, so maybe I'm the only one that experienced this. When promoted or selected to a higher position or selected as a police chief of an organization, you were told that the reason you were selected was because you were black. No heads on that one? Every single rank I got promoted, I was told because I was black. Sometimes this is from haters, but even sometimes this is from friends that don't mean anything by it, right? We're having problems in the black community. We're having social justice unrest. And so they mean it in a good way. But then I wonder, so the color of my skin is the reason I was promoted? How come I don't look around and see more than maybe 18 police chiefs in California that are the same color now? Although initially celebrated, maybe when you were selected as police chief or a higher rank, if you were police chief like mine, the whole community looked somewhat like this. Sacramento State, a couple thousand people there, all pumping their fists and celebrating. Then we had an officer-involved shooting. Those same people were protesting me and calling me Uncle Tom. Because the expectation is that you will change decades and centuries of things immediately once you were selected to your police department. But the challenge is you can't become bitter. You can't lash back. You have to bring people together. You have to show them the way. You have to use your experience and the things that you've gone through to help bridge that gap. It's not the color of your skin, it's the experiences you have. It's your consciousness, it's your courage. I just want to remind us of an example of both of those, consciousness and courage. Everybody knows Martin Luther King. Everybody's probably heard of the letter from the Birmingham jail that he wrote in the margins of the newspaper while he was locked up in a cell. But what that letter was about is he came to Birmingham to support direct action against segregation in Birmingham. He came knowing that he would probably be arrested. He came knowing that the organizations that he worked with and that supported the direct action was out of money. So they would not be able to bail him out if he was arrested. He came anyway, and he was arrested. The letter was primarily about, there was 8 clergy in Birmingham of different denominations, Jewish, Baptist, 8 white clergymen that were in support of desegregation. They supported Martin Luther King. They supported that message. But when it was announced that Martin Luther King was coming to town, they said, it's not time right now. Wait. And I just wanted to read a few things that was said. They appealed for law and order and common sense. They wrote, we recognize the natural impatience of people who feel that their hopes are slow in being realized. But we are convinced that these demonstrations are unwise and untimely. We commend the community as a whole and the local media and law enforcement officials in particular on the calm manner in which these demonstrations have been handled. Has anybody seen any videos of Birmingham? Anybody remember him being calm by law enforcement? That's not what I saw on this. We further strongly urge our Negro community to withdraw support from these demonstrations and to unite locally in working peacefully for a better Birmingham. This is Martin Luther King's response to that in his letter. You deplore the demonstrations that take place in Birmingham, but your statement, I'm sorry to say, fails to express the similar concern for the conditions that brought about the demonstrations in the first place. For years, I have heard the word wait. It rings in the ear of every Negro with piercing familiarity. This wait has almost always meant never. We must come to see with one of our distinguished jurists that justice too long delayed is justice denied. And this last part is what I really want to focus on. He ends the letter with, quote, in some not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. He brought people together. He didn't lash out, tell them to be assaulted or any of these other things. He was still bringing people together. See, I look at race, which is often a common divisive issue right now, is a product of your experience. And for many, many years, certain people were not allowed to be in law enforcement. Women, black officers, other officers. So those experiences were not allowed to be in the law enforcement agency and definitely not allowed to be part of the decision-making executive team process. So as all of you come to work, bring all your experiences. Don't assimilate and try to hide those to get along in the agency. Our communities, our departments need those experiences now more than ever. It needs your conscience, and it needs your courage. I want to give an example of both of those in real time. Most police departments, I guess you could say, allow women to be full police officers for the first time in the 70s. And maybe you don't notice, but I was alive in the 70s. Really alive in the 70s. And I would have thought that women were police officers long before that. I want to tell you about two good friends of mine, Felicia Crump and Flossie Allen. Felicia Crump and Flossie Allen were the first two women hired to be police officers in all of the entire Sacramento region, not just the Sacramento Police Department, but the entire region. I don't know about you, but that seems too recent to be the first time women had been hired. They also happen to be African American. They're both black women, the first ever. So imagine you're in a community and you respond to the call, and you're the first woman that community has ever seen in a uniform. I'll just give you a hint that I would have never thought as a man, as a police officer. They said they didn't make women's uniforms. They didn't make women's bulletproof vests. So Flossie said she had to take her pants to the tailor and get them sewn in because they were too big. She said they had to be taken in so much that both back pockets touched. There was no gap between the back pockets. They had a sign-in board at the gym at the Sacramento Police Department. And you had to sign, it was like a dry erase board. You signed in, put the date, the time, and you signed out. When they come out of the gym, the N-word was written over their name. Blackbird was written over their name. And the other racial slurs. And right below their name, meaning they saw these words written over their name, was the chief of police's name. He signed into the gym and saw those things written. Nothing was done. They had training officers that tried to get them hurt or killed, send them into situations that they shouldn't have sent them in. They had training officers that tried to get them fired. But they also had officers that helped them. Black officers, white officers. So it always amazed me how much they still love the police department after I heard their stories, and I only touched on a few things. After I heard their stories, they still, to this day, if you ask either one of them, they say, I love SAC. So I'd ask them, why did you love SAC? They both said, because the horrible things that happened to us were individuals that did things to us. It's an individual thing to hate me. But everybody helped me. White officers helped me. Black officers helped me. Some leaders helped me. They helped me get through all those things. So because of them, there are a lot more women in the Sacramento Police Department and everywhere else. Because they had the courage to continue through all of that, there is now a woman police chief in Sacramento after 170 plus years of that department. Because they showed conscience and courage, we were able to get to where we are now. And there's still a long ways to go. And I just want to share a story about haters. So I decided to name the largest room in the police headquarters after these two incredible women. It's called the Crump Allen Atrium, where promotions are handled, where hiring ceremonies are handled, luncheons are handled. They are done in the Crump Allen Atrium. Because I wanted people to know the history of the department, that nobody knew their story. In the department that they came from, nobody knew their story. And so I plan, I go to lunch with them, I tell them what I want to do, they start crying and bawling and everything, so we get ready to do it. You know who the biggest haters were for this to take place? Their friends, the other women that got hired after them. They were the biggest haters. I was shocked. I thought because they were their good friends. They said they weren't the first women. I go, they were the first women police officers. But we had women before them. Yeah, but they weren't allowed to go out of the building. They weren't allowed to go out and patrol. These were the first two women. They go, yeah, but what about all the other women? I'm like, can we just celebrate them? What surprised me is when I told Felicia and Flossie this, that their good friends were kind of getting a little salty. They said, we're not surprised. We figured they would do that. And they did it anyway. They did, they served, they continue to serve. And so we held a function where all the current women officers could come talk to them. The line was out the door. Because they're still showing courage, they're still showing conscience. So I'll end on this. It's not your color. It's your experience. It's your conscience to do and know and speak up and do the right things, the courage to follow through. You're going to get hated on by your own community. Why? Because they've had bad experiences in the past. Show them a better way. Show them that somebody that comes from some of those experiences can now put on that uniform, put on that badge, and make tomorrow better for all people. So I thank you all for doing what you do. Because I know, just as well as everybody in this room, the line that was out the door in 1986 when I applied doesn't even get to the door now. People do not want to do this job. Show them why they should do this job. I've never thought about being a police officer all growing up. I was arrested for assaulting an officer when I was 16 years old. It's the best career I could have ever had. And I had no idea about it when I was young. So thank you for your service to your community. Thank you for your conscience. And thank you for your courage. Thank you.
Man, you put it down. This is why we picked him for our keynote. And he told us we have to show people why they need to be in this law enforcement kind of career. So thank you for that. We have something for you. For our keynote speaker, we have a little plaque for him as well as from our top, if you heard of cops, for the regional director, he's given a nice little patron saint Christmas ornament to all of our awardees, and we just want to say thank you. Diverse group of people, like Martin Luther King brought all these people together, and so it doesn't come to, it's great that the person that we're honoring next fits that bill, because he is a person who understands bringing people together. He has been a partner with Nobel. He's not part, he's part of our group at BART, and we love the fact that he's able to bring a group of people together. He is a team leader. He was my leader when I was at BART, and we just thank him for the work that he continues to do as a partner with us at Nobel. Without further ado, we want to welcome Chief Kevin Franklin.
Seeing a lot of friends, a lot of people I've known for a very, very long time. So thank you. I'm truly humbled for this recognition from the San Francisco Bay Area Nobel chapter. And normally when I'm speaking in public, I'm doing a lot of talking about our efforts around transit, around BART, to make BART, the safest, cleanest, most reliable way to get around the Bay Area. All our efforts are out there. But today I'm going to take it in a slightly different direction with my comments here. First of all, I couldn't be standing here speaking to you as our Chief of Police without the support of our General Manager, Bob Howard, our Deputy General Manager, and for the Police Department support for our directors. We have 3 of our directors here today, 3 of the 9 directors, but I can tell you all 9 directors are so supportive of the Police Department and the work that we're doing. Not just the enforcement work, but really the work to make BART sake to address the issues that we see in our communities, surrounding our stations, that comes into our systems, and really finding the root cause of some of the issues. And for the hard work of our sworn and our civilian staff, because you know what, I am here speaking to you, but really it's the folks that are out there on the streets every day, working hard, late nights, weekends, addressing the issues that are out in the system. They're the ones that are truly doing the work. So my appreciation to my staff for the work that they do is just unspeakable. And of course, most importantly, I want to thank my family, my wife of 32 years for her support. Throughout my career, and that is, I encourage you all to spend some time with a child who is not your own. So thank you very much.
To our awardees tonight, just to let you guys know. Our next awardee who is present tonight really needs no introduction. She is a firehouse. When I think about this next awardee for our awards presentation, she reminds me of Deborah from the Bible. Deborah was a woman of great faith, courage, and she was the only female judge. This woman is a powerhouse to herself. She's got the same spirit as Deborah. And without further ado, I wanted to introduce to you District Attorney Brooke Jenkins.
Believe is capable of one day being a captain, encouraging them to take that lieutenant's test, talking to them about what they need to do in their career to advance, so that they, along the way, are taking all the steps necessary to advance. Because leadership can look a certain way at the top, but if we don't have layers of leadership within, then we're never going to really have the impact that we all hope to have in law enforcement. And so that was one thing that I wanted to say today, and to just keep our heads up. I know it's been a tough last 5 years, really, 5 or 6 years post George Floyd, post the defund the police movement. But we all know that every day we step out there trying to do our jobs the right way. And we're a reflection of what it looks like to do it the right way. And we have to really now embrace that we've hit a turning point in our communities where people want us to serve more. They actually see and appreciate what we do, and I make it clear that they better do that. You don't want us to not do our jobs because we see what it looks like when we don't. And so I'm so appreciative. I have 3 colleagues in the room today: Diana Beckton of Contra Costa County, Jeff Rosen of Santa Clara, and Ursula Jones-Dixon of Alameda County. Each and every day we work to make sure that the work that you do doesn't go disregarded, to make sure that when you make an arrest, when you present us a case, that you feel that your work is seen and appreciated and gets to the next level in the process. And unless we all work together, public safety is never accomplished. And so I'm just so honored to be able to serve San Francisco, but also hopefully to set a tone across the Bay Area, across the state, across the country about the vital and critical nature of the work that we do, and that people should continue to invest in it, respect it, and appreciate it each and every day, because without us, communities and cities have nothing. So, thank you.
Everything, it's the person. And how I show up for everyone, I'm gonna consistently do that. I set pillars in my department of excellence, professionalism, integrity, and community. Those are guiding principles, not just words. It's real, it's the reality of how we show up. I'm actually inspired by individuals changing their lives, because I think that's the most important thing. I'm honored because I'm one of 59 in the state of California, and actually when I became chief in 2020, I was only the third active African American at that time. And now we have 8, and we've mentored and coached each other to get these opportunities. So, with that, I say transformation is possible, and it will happen. What I'm doing right now is just trying to say I'm trying to live these things in everything I do. Justice in action, actually everything we do. And I think when I accept this award, I was just thinking, okay, is this the end of receiving awards? And I know Felicia said to me, you always receive an award. I had someone mention to me, I see you on LinkedIn. Man, I'm striving. I'm trying to be bigger than what I am or how I show up. I'm trying to reach and touch people. I think Octavia mentioned to me, she said, you have over 1,000 followers. I think after today I'm gonna get 300 more because I think it's sold out. So with that, I walk humbly in everything I do, but in accepting this award, it's not a culmination, it's really a continuation. And so when I say that, I'm leading with purpose, I'm striving with excellence, I'm making sure I'm transforming community. And I've impacted 3. Did 18 and a half years at Contra Costa, 5 years in Napa, and I've been a little over 5 years in Marin. So my reach is far spread. So when we wave over everyone, when we often say a prayer and do different things, I'm trying to touch everyone. So all this to say, because I think I'm almost at time, my phone over there, so Antoinette is not texting me saying get off the stage for him. I want to thank you, Nobel, for this honor and for continuing to be the standard of leadership. And it inspires us all to be better, do better, and lead better. So I want to say that, and happy birthday, man. All right.
And she will just come to receive the reward, but can we give a hand clap for Chief Angela Averett in her estate? I just want to also thank some of our sponsors that are in the house. When I call your name, just give us a wave. Careguine, National University, Force Metrics, Bay Street, Get Polygraph, and Jewel Consulting. Thank you guys for your sponsorship. We really appreciate it. This could not have been done without you, really. So thank you. All right, I'm not gonna save the best for last, but you all know this person. He is getting the Legacy Award because of his extensive work that he's done in the criminal justice field. Over 40 years of experience. 7 different agencies. He's been chief 3 different times all over the country. To some of us, and probably most of us, he's been a mentor, an ally, and someone who could kick you in the butt every once in a while when you need it. I am not going to go over his extensive resume because then it would be here over time. He could tell you about himself. But what I will do is say thank you so much for all that you've done for us, Chief. And without further ado, Chief Kenton Rainey.
That's all right. First, giving honor and glory to God, because through Him all things are possible. This definitely has new meaning for me because I'm recovering from open heart syndrome. I'd like to give a shout out to my medical team over at Open House Date Summit that took care of me. Special thank you to Nobel members and friends that have taken me to appointments. Lisa McMack Smith, Mikhail Ali, Good Jeff Jennings. That's an inside joke because we got a bad joke also. My youngest daughter, Raven, has moved back home and she is cracking the whip. No more bacon. Just really, I think it's payback. And Mrs. Rainey has helped out a lot. I really appreciate him. I'd like to acknowledge my family and friends that are here with me today. Two more daughters. Taylor, who came from Africa. She's with the State Department, stationed in Kenya. And my oldest daughter, Sinclair, who lives in Southern California. They are part of my legacy as a person. I also would like to acknowledge my two best friends of 60 years. We grew up together on the south side of Chicago. Ted Sanders and Brian Jordan. My brother Jeff Roman. It's bad joke, guys. Thank you for being here. He's the one that dropped me off at the hospital. And I had a kidney stone. Same thing that happened to me when I went to the hospital for kidney stones. And I had a heart attack and recovered. And I wake up and I see you and Jeff. There's Jeff. What happened? I also like to recognize the Salazars that have been friends forever. And goddaughter Alex, her twin, Spencer. You know, when I think about legacy, for me, it represents someone's hard work, commitment, sacrifice. I'm trying to make and leave things just a little bit better than how you found it. As a result of those efforts, they serve as a pathway, bridge, road for those who come behind you to more easily access their future. Their success becomes part of your success or your legacy. It's not about you, but did you help others on your journey? I love Nobel. I joined when I was a sergeant in 1990. This was a difficult time in my career where I was questioning whether I had chosen the right profession. Oxnard PD Assistant Chief Jim Latimer reached out, asked me to attend a Southern California chapter meeting and look for work with him. He came to my house and picked me up. Back then, Nobel members in the Southern California chapter came as far away as San Diego, San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange County, Kern County, Ventura County. We all came to Los Angeles once a month to visit Nobel. One of the things that Chief Latimer stressed to me was Nobel would not fight your battles, but Nobel would prepare you to win the battles you had to fight. For several years, we would go to meetings together until he retired, but somehow he started making me drive. We remained friends until he passed away in 2010, And as a result of his and other noble members' friendship, mentorship, and fellowship, my career trajectory totally changed. This is the noble effect or legacy. It's a legacy of success based on fairness, inclusion, service, and a hope for a better tomorrow. But not only is it that, it's not about you the individual, but again, it's about who you help along your journey. And as we enter the 50th year of the Nobel organization, the legacy is now under attack and is showing little signs of wear. However, as I look out in the room, I see so many new faces that can become new planks to shore up a bridge. I see many new faces that are going to be bricks that can be part of that road that others can walk across and ensure that Nobel continues. Our mission vision will not be fulfilled until that bridge is extended, that road is paved for all who wants to use it, and I do mean all, to use as a pathway to go forward in the future. Many, many new faces. But my question is, how many Jim Latimers are out there? Who are you going to help along and inspire along your journey? Today I'm honored, proud, and humbled to be part of the San Francisco Bay Area chapter. I would like to thank my Kappa brother, Han, for those words as a guest speaker. Congratulations to the other awardees. It's an honor to share the stage with you. Thank you to the Luncheon Awards Committee and the chapter for your work putting this event together. And again, thank you for taking the time to recognize and bestowing this honor on me that I share also with my friends and family. Thank you.
Around. This is a man of great courage. And as I was sitting there, I was thinking about David and Goliath. It doesn't take much, just a man of faith and knows what he's doing, and he is that man. To close us out tonight, I want to invite up Sharon Kidd, our community engagement chairperson, committee person. And can all the other members of the chapter please just wave your hand, wave your hand. Yes, if you want to join our chapter with one of these people, and they can help to make that happen. Make sure after this, y'all go take that picture that y'all been trying to take.
Incredible afternoon of recognition, reflection, and inspiration. On behalf of the San Francisco Bay Area chapter of Nobel, I want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, honorees, and each of you for being part of our powerful celebration. As we leave today, let's remember that equity is not a moment, it's a movement. Each of us has a role to play in ensuring justice, compassion, and conscious guide on our actions every day. Thank you again for your presence, your partnership, and your continued support of Nobel's mission. We look forward to seeing you again in the next event. And until then, continue to serve with courage and heart. Thank you.